Hello and welcome to today's Daily Rift. I'm going to have to do a double recording today because once again I'm going to be left without electricity tomorrow, which is really annoying, as you can imagine. And so this will be the first of two videos I make today, just to cover for tomorrow. I should theoretically actually make a third one. Well, now that I think about it, of course, I'm recording this video the day before and I'm getting confused on the time. This is the video for the day I don't have electricity, and I'll be making tomorrow's video straight after this. Wow, I just picked up a conduit pylon. That's interesting. Speaking of pylons, I was reading something recently about the way pylons are generated in rifts, and it turns out that apparently they're generated using a dynamic system. So not those kind of pylons that we just got there, but the pylons like conduit and shield and all those are actually apparently generated. This may only apply to greater rifts, but apparently, yeah, the way it works is that they're generated based on rift progression, and if you use do greater rifts and you get to a certain point during the rift, probably about 25 to 30%. And then about 50%, and then I'm guessing 75%. That's about when the pylons spawn in the rift. I'm not sure the same thing applies for regular rifts, like I said, but apparently that's how things work in greater rifts, which is really interesting, because it means that you can actually, I guess, abuse the system slightly, because it also takes into account how much in the rift you've explored. And what this means is you can force an exploration of a rift without fully clearing it, and then you can guarantee as you go down a level that you'll get a new pylon. So that was a relatively short rift level, speaking of progress through rifts. And yeah, this allows you essentially to abuse the system by forcing a 99% clear, going down a level and getting a pylon on a boss that you would hope would be a conduit or a power pylon. But it may not be, of course. Speaking of which, we've actually cleared a huge amount of this rift already thanks to that conduit pylon. We got through most of that early area pretty rapidly. So we're already about a quarter of the way through this rift, which is kind of cool. Haven't cleared one that fast for a long time, so that's really good. So we're clearing things. We'll clear fast anyway because we're pretty overpowered at the moment. I did change slightly my gem setup in this character because, or did I? Was that my other character? I can't remember now. Yeah, so I spent a lot of time last night playing Greater Rifts, and I did some stuff with gems, and I can't remember if it was on this character or the other character that I was looking at. I know I was looking at gems on this character after yesterday's rifts because I had a new socketed item to put in. But actually, yeah, now I think about it, I was playing with gems on my main Demon Hunter because I finally managed to roll an ancient arcane barb, and something I've been trying to do for a while, but of course they cost a heap in materials, and I only get so many of the mats I need every so often, so I wasn't able to fully do that. But yeah, so I rolled an ancient arcane barb that tragically was still nowhere near as good as my ancient pluck eye, which I'm not proud of, but you know, it's a 3280 DPS pluck eye, and there aren't many bows that I'm going to get that are better than that at this point in the game. So yeah, that's on my main. This is not my main, this is my other character. We're at level 38, we'll hit level 39, in fact we're going to hit it pretty much next monster we kill. Well, maybe not quite the next monster we kill, but certainly up here we're going to hit it. So we should hit level 40 either in this rift or after I turn in the rift quest at the end of this rift. So we'll see how that goes. Suppression fire, cool. Been experimenting a little bit with multi-shot as well on my main. I don't feel it's better than Cluster Arrow for what I'm doing with that character, but I know that there are certain scenarios where it performs better just due to the way it works versus the way Cluster Arrow works, particularly with the 4-piece Marauders bonus. It gives you that amazing spread. You can basically fill the screen with death using cost arrow and like 4 or 5 turrets. So it's pretty potent in that regard, but unfortunately I find it doesn't perform as well as Cluster Arrow in most of the situations I'm playing in. I imagine it's better in group scenarios where you've got the support of the other characters to really get the damage out that you want with it. And I don't really have that because I mostly play solo these days, which is actually odd when I think about it, because before Reaper of Souls came out, I mostly played group. I would just go into a random public group and just work my way through it. But these days, since Reaper of Souls came out and the advent of rifts and greater rifts and stuff, I've just found I enjoy soloing a lot more. Partly because every time I've done adventure mode in multiplayer, they do it in a way that I'm not enjoying. I often go into a group and they'll be doing split farming or something like that, and I don't find split farming very fun. I know it's efficient and everything like that, but I don't play this game to be efficient. I play this game to have fun. And if efficiency comes at the cost of fun, then I'm not going to do it. On the other hand, if efficiency makes the game more fun, then I will do it. But I don't play this game to be efficient. I play this game to kill massive amounts of demons and get really good loot. And I'm not super concerned about how efficient I am at doing that, because the more I play, the better I am. So that's my thinking anyway. And you can agree or disagree with that. I mean, Diablo 3 is great in the sense that it really does allow a huge variety of ways to play. You know, you can do the split farming, you can hardcore it, multiplayer, all that kind of stuff. Or you can just, you know, solo rifts and see how far you get, test yourself against yourself and all that kind of stuff. I have been thinking, particularly with this character, once she gets up to level 70, that I might seriously start... what was I going to say? Oh, that's right. I might seriously start putting her through greater rifts as well and making videos of those rifts that I do. Depending on how far we get and how interesting it is for me to do that. I mean, in some ways, this character will make a great sort of keystone farming character for my other Demon Hunter later on. But there's also the possibility that she'll actually come out really well as a character for rifts as well. So it's something I'm thinking about anyway. Looks like we've come down a dead end, so I'm really glad this isn't a greater rift where that would have cost me a huge amount of time because I have to run back all the way through here. Which I don't seem to have to do, which is good. But I do need to figure out where the path goes. Looks like it goes up that way. So I'll head up here. If I had more discipline, I would have vaulted all the way through there, but I don't, so I can't. So, sorry, that was kind of boring. Well, about as boring as these videos get. If you already find these videos boring, then I'm sorry, but that's the way it is. Yeah, so looking up through here. Ah, well, dead end. Where does this level go? Must go this way. Yep, this looks promising. Hopefully this isn't a dead end. We'll be able to finally get further forward. So, yep, this looks good up here. Hasn't been the most exciting rift, unfortunately, but hopefully we'll get some nice legendary off the Rift Guardian, and that will change. What Rift Guardian do we get? The Choker! Yay! So, shouldn't be too much a struggle. If you're an Australian and you play Diablo 3, you're probably amused by the fact that there are enemy types in it called Bogans. I'm sure it was meant to be Boggans, but of course that's not how we pronounce it in Australia, because it doesn't have a double G. But yes, so everyone in Australia, as far as I know, is deeply amused by the fact that this game has enemy types in it called Bogans. So I have to wonder though if that was intentional on Blizzard's part. Surely there are Australians who work at Blizzard who would have picked up on that, and they would have gone, you know what, that's cool. So, because that's just the way Blizzard is. Okay, perfect rubies, cool. I won't use them, but well, that was a bit disappointing. Not really much exciting happening in that rift, unfortunately. But hopefully we'll have better luck tomorrow, which is actually going to be today, because that's when I'm recording it. I will see you all for that video.